How's it going, everybody? Doing an eating video here today of Taco Bell. I've done Taco Bell in the past. I don't know when the last one. Might have been the first eating video I did like 6-7 years ago. But I did get this from Uber Eats, and it was nice, smooth. Got here quickly. Some napkins. I've got, what do I get here? My two cheesy double beef burritos, no sour cream. A soft taco and a cheese roll up. But let's start with the cheese roll up. That was a little pricey for all this, you know. I never go on the low end of the tip. I think it was like $5 something. But it was like $22 with the tip. So obviously paying more. But went smoothly, which is nice. And it got here fast. I did not get a drink. I've never gotten Uber Eats myself. Like for myself, I used to get it at work from time to time. But so I guess you leave the tip before they get here. But honestly, it went really well because, you know, sometimes in Uber Eats it might just take a little bit and you're afraid the food's going to be cold, but not the case here at all. It was good. Soft taco, no lettuce. Back when I first started eating Taco Bell, you know, sometime in high school, I guess, is when I first had it. Maybe it was like 14 or 15 or something. It was all Mickey's when I was a kid. And occasionally like Arby's or Roy Rogers. But I used to go with the hard shell tacos. I rarely used to branch out at Taco Bell back in the day. Tacos, nachos, or what was the other thing? Tacos, nachos, or cinnamon twists. That was the other one. I definitely might do this again at some point. We shall see. All right. Let's get into the big dogs. I did not eat lunch today, so usually my go-to is these two cheesy double burritos, whatever they are, and just the cheese roll up. I was like, let me throw the taco in there. PS2 Slim earlier. I talked about the PS2 that I have. I got it at a garage sale. I can't remember how many years ago now. It was probably like 2017, 2018, something like that. It just struggles. It makes a lot of noise too. And this one works much better. I got this one at a garage sale. Maybe it was 22 that I got, or 23. I think it was $10. It had the power cable and an AV cable, but it didn't have the plug part of the power cable, because the Slim has doesn't just have the cord. It's got like a big, kind of a brick attachment. It's the same cord for the PS4 or the Vita power as well, and I have that. So I was like, all right. So I might end up selling that one. I wanted to test. Some of the games with discs are a bit too scratched. I've talked about this. Before listing them on eBay, I'm like, you know what? Instead of saying the disc is scratch untested, I'm going to give them a play. So I threw a couple of games in, and they worked fine. The Godfather game, though, that I had, that was another garage sale pickup. This had the same problem on the other PS2, so it's clearly the disc. It like a cutscene just would refuse to play, or it would take a while, and I was like, oh, same problem as the other one. Because it's just that other PS2, it struggles so much that I think even some discs that are barely even scratched, it just struggles. Whatever's wrong with them. I might open it up actually and see if anything's loose in there or whatever, dirty. Try to mess with it that way. Oh man. Last one. I will say for me, the two of them on a normal day, or if I'm eating my meals normally, two of these and the cheese roll up are like the sweet spot. I think maybe a lot of you know this too. I mean, a lot of people, my friends and I would talk about this with these. Taco Bell out of fast food. Taco Bell is extremely hard to gauge how much you need. You either go under what you should get, or you order way too much and you're like, whoops, like two of these, 3 tacos, and you're like, and something else, and you're like, oh my God, it's way too much. Or there's times where you just get 2 of them, 2 of these things, and you're like, that wasn't enough. It's hard with Taco Bell compared to other places to get a real, to find the sweet spot. These are good though. It's weird that Uber Eats doesn't give you I'm always weird about stuff, it gives you the tip option before and you leave it before it gets here. And part of me is like, oh no, did it go through properly and stuff? I don't want to feel bad. It's the same thing if you get regular Uber and sometimes it's just you get inside and if you forget, oh wait, that's right, tip. It's actually better to do it beforehand. I guess with Uber Eats it's different because they're bringing you something, so it makes more sense to leave the tip beforehand, I guess. As opposed to the regular Uber ride you're getting, maybe the person's going all over the place, they're driving like crazy, who knows? And you're like, I don't want to give them a good one. I don't know. Let's see. Mm-hmm. I definitely would do this again. Unfortunately, you guys get a delivery fee. You have an Uber One thing where you can get like free deliveries and delivery fees and stuff like that. It's like $10 a month. So I feel like unless you're ordering food or taking a bunch of rides per month, you're not really getting your money's worth on that. I mean, I guess if the average delivery fee is $3, you order 3 times, you've made your money's worth there. I think you'd be getting your money's worth more so on the Uber Eats than the rides. I don't know. I think you accumulate Uber cash as well, cash back on certain rides or something like that. But like I said, with the tip is like $22. Realistically, and the fee is $3, so realistically, you're spending like $14. And I don't know if they're overcharging on the items. They might be. Because these were $3.40 a piece. I'd have to go in the Taco Bell. Again, we've eaten in the Taco Bell before and see how much they actually are. If they're, I don't know if Uber Eats does that or the DoorDash. They like the prices of the food is more with the delivery. They're doing it that way. So I don't know if that's the case. I know places have done that though. Because realistically, without a drink too, this probably would have been like $14 or something like that. I feel maybe even less. But you're paying for convenience, right? I don't drive, so and I mentioned it in another video. If you saw that video, I don't know how these are going up. I'm filming these all like on Friday, so this should be up after the. I did a ramble on the recap of the MLB wildcard round. And I'd filmed another video. So I don't know. This will probably go up tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know. But it's convenience, obviously. So you're paying extra $7-8 for convenience. It depends on how you want to tip. It might be more, it might be less. I typically will tip well. I'm not saying I tip like exceedingly incredible or anything, but I don't, go low on my tips ever. And and the food's all warm, which is huge. It got here really, actually, quicker than they said it would. I think they estimated like 4:50, and it was here by like 4:45. So that's nice. And that's more so on the restaurant itself, the fast food place. It's like if Taco Bell gets your order and immediately just makes it, the person picking it up is not going to have you're not getting there immediately. If they take a little bit of time, it's actually better. I'd rather it take longer because the person was waiting you don't want the Uber person or DoorDash, whatever it may be that you're doing, waiting for 20 minutes to get the food. But if they're waiting like 3-4 minutes or something, 5 minutes, I'd rather have that than them get there and the food was sitting out for 15 minutes already, Because this is all warm, still warm. Though this Taco Bell's not far. Like, maybe 8, 9 minutes, 10 minutes to get from the house if you're driving to the Taco Bell. And there's a strip of, I might have talked about this. Like, it goes McDonald's, and then it skips, and there's Lowe's Foods, and some other stores. Huddle House, maybe it's a breakfast place. And then that's where the string of fast food places, Biscuitville, Dixie Express, Taco Bell, Wendy's, Arby's, it's Bojangles, then Arby's, and Dairy O. I was calling it Dairy Q, and then someone's like, don't call it that in a comment. I was like, what? I'm like, why? And then I'm looking like, it's Dairy O. say if I wanted to do Chick-fil-A is further down by the Walmart, so you're adding another at least maybe like 6 minutes, 7 minutes to get to there. I might do it with Hardee's one time. I don't think I've ever had Hardee's. Solid. It's kind of funny because I don't want to go nuts with the money on there. It actually almost kind of forces me to say, you know what, I don't need the drink. I have water or whatever else I have here. There's no point. And I know from when we used to get it, I was working at the print shop on Long Island, sometimes they'll just forget the drink. I feel like it's an easy thing to almost forget if you're grabbing it and picking it up. So. But anyway, yeah, that is just an eating Taco Bell video here today. Hope everybody enjoyed it. And thanks everybody for checking this out, and have a good day.